Doing a core strengthening class. So we are going to be stretching some, but this is mostly to get you guys moving. I'm sorry, Vid. You are going to sweat, you are going to work a lot on your core, but you will thank me after the class. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be on our backs. So go ahead, you're going to start in Shavasana. So arms are by your sides, legs are right out in front of you. If you want more of a shoulder opener, maybe you take your hands overhead and just slowly release everything to the ground, to your mat. Maybe let your feet naturally fall down to the sides. And either soften the gaze here or flutter your eyes closed. And just allow yourself to switch from this usual mode of doing to this mode of non-doing, of simply being. And as you allow your body to become still, just bring your attention, your awareness to the fact that you are breathing. And just become aware of the movement of your breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves your body. Not manipulating the breath in any sort of way. Just simply being aware of it. Observing the breath deep down in your belly. Feeling the abdomen as it expands gently on the in-breath. And as it falls back towards your spine on the out-breath. Being totally here in each moment with each breath. Not trying to do anything, not trying to get to any place, just simply being with your breath. And you will find that from time to time your mind will wander off into your thoughts. And when you notice that your attention is no longer here, no longer with your breathing, without judging yourself, just bring your attention back to your breath. And just ride the waves of your breathing, fully conscious of the duration of each breath from moment to moment. Every time you find your mind wandering off the breath, gently just bring it back to the present, back to the moment to moment. Again, observing the flow of your breathing. Using your breath as an anchor to focus your attention. To bring you back to the present moment. Just using your breath as a tool to tune into a state of relaxed awareness and stillness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, open your mouth side out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, release it out. Now closing your mouth and creating that Ujjayi breathing as you take a big deep breath in through your nose. And let it go out through your nose. Just creating that audible breath. That ocean-like sound as you constrict the whisper muscles in the back of your throat. And on your next inhale, start to take some small, gentle movements as you bring awareness back to your body, as we slowly begin to move and start our practice today. Maybe beginning to rock the head from side to side. And then take your hands overhead, and I want you to flex every single part of your body, really flexing everything, and as you exhale, let it go. Again, on the inhale, flex every single part of your body, even your face as you clench everything. And as you exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Take your hands on your shins and give your massage a little, or give your back a little massage here as you start to make some circles with your knees, one direction. And then maybe taking it over to the other side, other direction. And then slowly come to stillness. And leaving your feet right where they are, so the shins are parallel to the floor. Go ahead, take your hands out to a T. And then, again, this is a core strengthening class, so we're going to start by firing up the core. As we exhale, go ahead and draw the knees over to the left side, just hovering them, and then bring them back through center as we begin to warm up the spine, warm up the core. As you exhale, over to the right side, and back through center. Exhale, bring those knees down to the left side and back through center, flexing those feet. And then once more on each side. Good. And then meeting me back through center. From here, you're gonna plant the tailbone down. You're gonna, as if you're gonna come into a happy baby, except you're gonna want to straighten out your legs, just keeping a little micro bend in the knees, flexing the feet. You're gonna come into like a straddle, so you're gonna spread your feet apart. And then from here, as you inhale, you're gonna take your left hand and you're gonna come and see if you can touch your right toes, and you're gonna slowly lower down. And then as you inhale, see with that right hand, you can touch either your left ankle or your toes, and then bring it all the way down. Again, planting that tailbone down, firing up the core. Continue to move with your breath. I know it's still the beginning of our practice, so you might not be too flexible right now. Your hamstrings might be a little tight, so feel free to maybe bend deeper into the knees. Good. We'll be here for 5. And 4, 3, and 2, and last one. Go ahead, release the feet down towards the floor, release the head, and just take a moment here to windshield wiper the knees from side to side, just releasing any tension in the lower spine that you might have, or the hips. And then come to neutral spine. Again, lifting the feet up, shins are parallel to the mat. Take your hands behind your skull. And from here, as you inhale, you're gonna crunch everything in. The elbows are gonna come in so they touch your knees. And you're gonna hold it here for 1 breath. You're really gonna contract those abs. And then as you release, take it down. As you inhale, come up and crunch everything in for 1 breath, really contracting the abs. And as you exhale, release it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze everything. Exhale, release. Good, you guys got it. 5 more. Then use your breath as power here. You can do this. 3 more. You are capable. You are strong. Last one. And release it down. Go ahead, plant the feet down. Again, go ahead and windshield wiper those feet from side to side once more. And then maybe taking a good morning stretch here, so straightening out the legs, taking the arms overhead, getting a nice little full body stretch. And then drawing the knees in towards your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze and beginning to rock the length of your spine here, front and back, until you come all the way up onto your sits bones. You're gonna roll over your ankles. You're gonna meet me in tabletop position. Moving through a few rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, you're gonna drop the belly, lift your gaze. Arch that spine. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, coming into cat. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze up, arching that spine. Exhale, coming into cat, really pulling the shoulder blades apart. Just a few rounds, move with your breath at your pace. Maybe adding any natural movements here, maybe rocking your hips from side to side, or bending deep into the elbows between every cat and cow. And just releasing the tension in your neck. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. And then we'll all eventually meet in our neutral spine tabletop. From here, go ahead and take your right foot out as if you're gonna plant it on a wall behind you. The toes are pointed down towards the earth. You're flexing your foot. Nice flat spine. From here, doing the same thing with our cat and cow, but this time we're gonna bring our knee into our chest. We're gonna create that cat-like back as you round the spine. And then as you exhale, you're gonna go ahead and create a little arch in the spine. Take that foot back. Inhale, come into that cat-like back. Really lift the knee in towards the chest, contract those abs, and then send it out. And you're working to engage the glutes right here. As you inhale, crunch the core in. Exhale, plant it back, still engaging the core, using the glutes here. Inhale, bring the knee in. Exhale, release it out. 2 more. And last one. Good. From here, go ahead and take, I'm gonna have to scoot over a little bit. You're gonna take your right leg over to the right side of your body, plant it down. It's gonna be parallel to the long edge of your mat. You're gonna walk your hands over to the left side of your body, so you're basically looking like you're in a side plank. And then go ahead and either take your hand to your hip, or you can take your hand overhead, wherever feels more comfortable for you. And you're gonna begin to lift that foot up, engaging the core right here, engaging the glute muscles. And then we're gonna start to bring that foot up and down. Whoops, sorry, plant. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, still lifting that leg up. Take that hand overhead if it was on your hip. And then from here, you're gonna bring the elbow and bring the knee in, working our obliques, and then send it out. Bring it in, exhale, send it out. Good, for 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Take the hand out, take the arm out, go ahead and plant the foot down, walk your hands to the front side of your body, and then sink the hips down onto your heel. You want to go ahead and tuck the toes. So you're coming into a child's pose, except that one leg is extended out. You're getting a nice little hamstring stretch here. And just go ahead and plant the hands down. If you want a deeper shoulder stretch here, maybe you take your hands into spider fingers. Coming onto those fingertips. You can release the head. Come back to your breath. And then inhale, slowly come up. And then toe heel that foot back so the knee is right back under the hips. All right, making our way over to the other side. From here, take that left foot back as you straighten out that leg, flexing the foot. As you inhale, create that cat-like back as you bring the knee in towards the chest and send it out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, send it out. Inhale in. Exhale, release. 3 more. And 2. And last one. Nice. And now from here, go ahead and walk your left leg over to the left side of your body. Plant that foot down, and then walk your hands over to the right side of your body. Again, you're in that side plank. Take your hand variation, whether it's on your hip or overhead. And then from here, we're gonna lift that left leg up, and we're gonna flutter that leg for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Go ahead and continue lifting that leg up. Bring that hand overhead if it's not already there. And from here, as you inhale, bring that knee and elbow in. As you exhale, send it out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, release. Good. Keep moving. I'll keep putting this plant. And 3 more. 2. Last one. Release it out, extend the leg, extend the foot, walk the hand, go ahead and plant that foot down first, then walk the hand over to the center, tuck your back toe, send the hips back down to the heel, and release it down. Take one more deep breath in, and a deep breath out. As you inhale, slowly come up, and then toe heel your foot so that knee is right back under the hip. Tuck the back toe, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So if your calves are a little tight or your hips are, or your hamstrings are a little tight, go ahead and start pedaling out the feet. You really want to plant those hands down. You want to create that nice flat back. Let your head hang heavy here. Maybe start shifting the hips from side to side. Just take a couple of breaths here to get any kinks out in your body. Take one more big deep breath in and release it out. On your next inhale, come high on the balls of your toes, and you're slowly, using your core muscles, slowly shift your weight over to a high plank, making sure the shoulders are stacked on top of the wrists, really engaging the core right here. Nice flat back. And as you exhale, send those hips up and back, down facing dog. Inhale, come high on the balls of the toes. As you exhale, slowly roll your body into that high plank, nice and slow, engaging those core muscles, engaging those shoulder muscles. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, 2 more times. Inhaling, plank pose. Taking your time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. And staying right here, holding it. If at any point your wrists start to hurt, you're more than welcome to either come down onto your forearms or maybe you come up onto your fists. And then from here, we're going to slowly begin to lower into our chaturanga, bringing our bodies all the way down to the floor. So again, with chaturanga, you want to hug those elbows into your body, slowly, releasing it down. Making sure those hands are right under the shoulders, untuck the toes. As you inhale, come into baby cobra, as you lift the gaze, lift the chest. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, lifting the gaze, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. On your next inhale, go ahead and come right back through tabletop. And then tuck the back toes, send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. You're gonna lift your right foot up towards the sky. You're gonna bend the knee, flex the foot, and start to create some hip circles here, opening up the hip. Making sure the shoulders are still in line with one another. Take one more breath. And then come into stillness and extend that right leg long, coming into three-legged dog. And then as you inhale, you're gonna bring that right knee in toward your chest, and you're gonna send it out. You're gonna bring that right knee over to your left elbow, and send it back out. Right knee over to your right elbow, and send it out. One more time, right knee towards your chest, send it out. Right knee towards left elbow, and send it back out. And then right knee over towards the right elbow, staying right here, flex the foot, and then you wanna plant the hand on the outside of the right foot. So you're coming into a lizard lunge right here. So you're welcome to stay right here. You're also welcome to drop the back knee if that's more comfortable for you. All right, from here, you're gonna start to take the weight off of the right hand, and you're gonna point it forward. This is where we start to really get into our core work. So maybe you're right here and you're like, okay, this is enough for me, or maybe you're right here, you want a little bit more of a challenge. So if you want to work at your core a little bit more, you're gonna start to lift all that weight off of the left hand, making sure the belly is not resting on your thigh, and you're gonna take that left hand behind you. So you have the right hand in front of you, left hand behind you. Really grounding down through the feet. You got it, looking down. 2 more breaths. You got it, you are strong. And then go ahead and plant the left hand down on the instep of the right foot, and then peel your arm open, twisted low lunge. Nice job. All right, from here, if you have your knee on the mat, go ahead and lift it up, tuck the back toes, lift the knee off the ground. Working our core again, we're gonna slowly rise up to a twisted high lunge. So slowly take that hand off of the mat, and now come up, twisted high lunge. Nice job, guys. Nice strong legs, nice strong core. You got it. Keep breathing. Take one more big deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead, cartwheel your hands down, bring your knee in towards your chest, step it back, moving through your vinyasa flow. So coming from downward facing dog to your chaturanga, lowering down, untucking the back toes, lifting up through baby cobra or upward facing dog. And then untucking the back toes, downward facing dog. Nice work. Take 2 breaths here. On your next inhale, go ahead and toe heel the big toes to touch. Lift that left leg up. Bend the knee, flex the foot, creating some hip circles right here. And open up the hip. Again, trying to make sure that one shoulder isn't peeling up further than the other one. Make sure they're nice and in line with one another. And then come to stillness, come back to the 3-legged dog as you extend the left leg. As you inhale, round the spine as you bring the knee in toward your chest. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, bring your knee over to your right elbow. Send it out. Left knee over to the left elbow. Send it out. Knee towards your chest as you round the spine. Create that cat-like back. And send it out. Knee over to the right elbow. Send it back out. And then knee over to the left elbow, holding it here. Flexing the foot, planting it on the outside of, the inside of the left foot. And then from here, again, option to come back down to that back knee. And then from here, go ahead and take that left hand in front of you, grounding down through the feet. Now, challenging yourself a little bit more. Go ahead and lift that right hand and bring it beside you, behind you. Again, try not to dump all of your weight onto that thigh. We really want to engage our core, engage our legs, engage our glutes. You got it. 2 more breaths. My legs are shaking. And slowly release that right hand down. Peel the left hand up towards the sky. Open up that shoulder. Really stretch through those fingertips. And then engaging your core, slowly begin to come all the way up to a twisted high lunge, releasing that weight onto that right hand and coming up. Nice job, guys. One more big deep breath in. Again, use your breath as power. And a big deep breath out. Cartwheel your hands down towards the earth. Bring that knee towards your chest. Step it back out, either meeting in downward facing dog or moving through your vinyasa flow. Remembering that your downward facing dog or child's pose or resting poses that are always available to you whenever you need it. And bring those big toes to touch. And drop your knees down towards your mat. Knees come out wide. Sink your hips back down onto your heels. Coming into your child's pose. Take a couple of moments here to come back to your breath. And then whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, slowly come up through tabletop. And then tuck the back toes, send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take your gaze to your hands and then walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift to a flat back. As you exhale, fold it down. As you inhale, take a big, generous bend in those knees around the spine. Slowly coming up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms reach up overhead. As you exhale, hands come by your sides, Samsiti. From here, slowly take a moment to flutter your eyes closed. Spread those fingertips wide. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. And then roll them back down. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. And as you exhale, roll them back down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, release them out. And flutter your eyes open. Go ahead, look down at your toes and toe those big toes to touch. You're gonna sink those hips down low, knees are together, making sure they're nice and in line. Arms come up, coming into your chair pose, Uttanasana. Sinking down low. From here, go ahead and take your hands to heart center, thumb knuckles pressed against the sternum. Sinking down low. Use that leg strength that you have. And from here, as we exhale, we're gonna twist over to the right, helping our left elbow on the outside of our right knee. Again, take a moment here, look at your knees. Are they in line with each other? If they are not, to make sure they are in line with one another. And either taking your gaze down towards the earth or up towards the ceiling. Option to stay right here, maybe option to open up your wings. Continuing to sink down into those hips. You got it. And then taking all of your weight onto your right foot, begin to shift all of your weight there. You're gonna release that left foot off the ground and you're gonna step it back into a high lunge. Twisted high lunge. Nice. Keep sinking down low into that front knee. Keep twisting. Every exhale. One more big deep breath in. And a deep breath out. As you inhale, slowly rise up through high lunge. And open up, warrior two. That back foot is gonna be parallel to the short edge of your mat. That front knee is gonna be on top of that ankle. Stretching from fingertip through fingertip. Keep sinking down low. Go ahead, from here we're coming into triangle. So go ahead and straighten out that front knee. Just keep a nice little micro bend. And you're gonna hike your hip back. You're gonna reach forward with that right fingertip. And then you're gonna tick-tock your arms down. That right hand comes down to your shin. Maybe it can come down to the floor. Left arm reaches up. Again, really engaging our core here. We're not dumping our weight. We're really using our core muscles to lift our body, our torso up. Again, if you're feeling any strain in the neck, go ahead and take your gaze down towards the earth. And on your next inhale, slowly bring it back up, warrior two, as you bend deep through the front knee. And then slide that back hand down on the back thigh. Still keeping that bend in that front knee. Reach it up and back. Getting a nice stretch to the lateral side body. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back, downward facing dog. And then option to move through your vinyasa flow. And on your next inhale, whenever you're ready, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Either walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift to a flat back. As you exhale, fold it down. As you inhale, bend the knees, round the spine, come up to your mountain pose. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale the arms up. And then as you exhale, bend through the knees, sink those hips down low, making sure those big toes come to touch. Coming into your Uttanasana chair pose. Arms overhead, get those shoulders away from the ears. And then bring your hands through heart center. And then as you exhale, twist over to the left side. Hooking that right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Take a moment, look at your knees, making sure that they're both in line. And maybe you stay right here, maybe you decide to open up your wings. Keep sinking down low in those hips. And then shifting all of your weight onto that left foot. Go ahead, release the weight coming onto the tippy toes of the right foot, and then releasing the weight, step it back, twisted, I lunge. Using your core, slowly rise up, high crescent lunge. And then meeting me in warrior two. Sinking deep into that left knee, getting those shoulders away from the ears. And then straightening out that front leg. Reaching forward with that left hand. And then tick-tocking the arms down, reaching high up with that right arm. Coming into triangle on the left side. Again, if at any point your mind starts to wander, just without judgment, slowly bring it back to your breath. Focus on your breathing. Focus on the rise and fall of the belly. On your next inhale, go ahead, slowly rise up, meeting in warrior two as you bend through the front knee. And then cartwheel your hands down. Step it back. Down dog. Moving through your flow. It's in your practice. And then just take a moment here to pedal out the feet. Rock the hips from side to side. Take any movement that your body might be needing right now. And then come to stillness. And take your gaze to the top of the mat and then walk your feet up towards your hands. And you're gonna shift the feet. You're gonna tilt the feet apart so they're about the length of your mat, more than hip distance apart. And take a big generous bend in the knees. And go ahead, coming into a ragdoll, releasing everything, maybe grabbing opposite elbows. And swaying from side to side here, releasing any tension in that spine. And then try to make this as comfortable as possible for your body. So feel free to take a really, really big, deep bend in those knees. And just shake your head from side to side. And if you have the bind, go ahead and release the bind. Plant the hands down towards your mat. You're going to straighten out both legs. And then you're only going to bend through the left knee. So your right leg is straight, your left knee is bent. Plant the left hand down. And the right hand's going to peel open towards the sky. Okay, nice little twist here. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe that right hand comes behind your back and hooks onto your left hip crease if that's available to you. And if you have the bind, release the bind, bring your hand right back up. And then as you exhale, bring that hand back through center, bending through both knees, and then straightening out the left leg. Right hand plants down onto the earth. Peel that left shoulder open, left hand comes up towards the sky. And maybe you stay right here. Or maybe you take that left hand behind your back, hooking it onto your right hip crease. And if you have the bind, release the bind, bringing that hand back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release it down, bend through both knees, and just sway from side to side, release the tension in the neck. And you're gonna bring the heels in, the toes are gonna face out. Slowly begin to sink those hips in, coming into Malasana for a short, quick second, and then release the glutes down towards the earth. And you're gonna flex the feet, knees. You're coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Legs are straight out, flexing the feet. Sitting up nice and tall on those sits bones. As you inhale, bring your hands up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, reach forward. Again, the objective here is not to try and touch our toes, because as soon as we try and touch our toes, we're gonna try to round the spine. The objective here is to have a nice straight spine at all times. Inhale, come on up. Arms come up. And as you exhale, bring your hands right in front of you. From here, you're going to now start to curl the spine, bringing the abs in towards the spine, round the back, the upper back, the thoracic spine, and slowly, slowly, slowly start to release your back on towards the floor. Still engage in the core here, trying not to really flop onto your mat, and release it down. From here, bring your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a great big squeeze as the knees come towards the forehead. And then release it down, plant both feet down towards the earth. And then coming into a figure four stretch. So keeping the left foot down towards the earth, go ahead and take the right foot, cross it on top of the left thigh. And then from here, take your hands, place them behind the left thigh as you bring the knee closer into your body. Trying to get a nice little hip opener here. And staying right here. Or maybe you decide to straighten out that left leg long, flexing both feet here to protect the knee. And exhale, release that left foot planted down towards the earth. Take your hands out to a T. Shift your hips over to the right side and then drop your foot down over to the left. Still keeping that figure four stretch. And then maybe taking your gaze past the right hand. And making your way back through center. Releasing the right leg off the left leg. And then take your left leg up towards the sky. Plant that right foot down, taking figure 4 on the other side. And then bring your knees closer into your chest. Take your hands, wrap them around your right thigh, behind the right thigh, either staying right here, or maybe taking that right leg and straightening it out. Again, flexing the feet. And as you exhale, slowly release it down, unbind the hands. Take your hands out to a T and shift your hips over to the left and then drop your legs down over to the right. Take your gaze past the left hand, a nice little supine twist. Inhale, takes you back through center. Release the legs. And then go ahead and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. And then taking any final movements that your body might still be craving or needing before we take our final resting pose, our Shavasana. So maybe you need a little bit more of a supine twist, or maybe you need a happy baby as you plant the tailbone down, legs come out, grabbing the outside edges of your feet. Maybe you want to take an inversion, maybe a bridge pose, whatever you might need. Take some time here. And we'll all eventually meet in Shavasana whenever you are ready. Coming into your final resting pose. As the feet come out long, the legs come out long, feet come out to the sides. Arms come down by your sides. Just fully melting your body down towards the earth. Just relaxing everything. Allowing these last final moments for you with nowhere to be and nothing to do, but just lying on your mat, being fully present and having full awareness of the rise and fall of your chest, of your belly, and start to bring some awareness back inside as you begin to deepen the breath. Creating some small movements in your body. And reaching the arms overhead. Take your nice full body stretch. And whenever you're ready, making your way over to your favorite side, coming into fetal position. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush whatsoever. And then using the palm of your hand, slowly press yourself into your easy seat. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping those eyes closed. And as you inhale, take those hands overhead, breathing in all the good energy. And as you exhale, release any stagnant energy from your body, taking your hands down by your sides. Inhale, bringing all the good energy inside. Exhale, releasing anything that's stagnant, anything that's negative, release it out. Inhale, arms come up, palms come to touch. As you exhale, bring your hands through your heart center and bow your chin down to your chest. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for showing up for you for 45 minutes and challenging yourself and practicing being fully present and having that awareness to your breath. And then bringing your thumb knuckles up to that little space in between the eyebrows, your third eye center. And I'm going to take a moment here to thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. Again, for showing up for yourself and letting me guide you through this practice. Namaste. Thanks, guys.